But everywhere I go on the internet, social media, I see different celebrities, young women talking about body modifications that they're undergoing, different drugs that they're taking, plastic surgeries they're receiving, and it's talked about very flippantly in today's time.
I've invested in my body. I have a $150,000 body, 4 BBLs. Technically 5 BBLs.
And I'm asking myself, how much of what we're seeing right now in celebrity and models and just beauty in the world is actual, real, natural beauty? From buccal fat removal to Ozempic shots and fake veneers, people all over the place are getting these body modifications and they're being sold to us as beauty. And I know this has been happening in Hollywood and in celebrity and with Instagram models for quite some time, but it seems to be growing at an alarming rate. Ozempic is taking Hollywood by storm with people like Oprah Winfrey, Sharon Osbourne, Mindy Kaling admitting to being on weight loss drugs, and their results are questionable, but we will get to that. Buccal fat removal also seems to be a major trend. We're seeing this in faces like that of Lea Michele, Bella Hadid, Zoe Kravitz, Chrissy Teigen, again, with questionable results. And most recently, the internet has been overwhelmed with conversations about fake veneers. We see this in the celebrity faces of Selena Gomez, JoJo Siwa, Zac Efron, Simon Cowell, the list goes on and on and on. And while we're focusing in this video on the lens of celebrity when it comes to these body modifications, they are happening everywhere. We all know the Instagram baddie look of the filled lips, the cheek filler, the BBL. We know that guys are getting plastic surgery to make themselves taller. We know that both men and women in the fitness realm are shooting up steroids. So are celebrities for certain movies. The body modification industry, to me, is getting out of control. And this is not to necessarily place judgment on the celebrities and individuals who choose to get these procedures. We all have our insecurities. We all have the things that we would change about ourselves. I myself have contemplated doing certain things with my face only to hold off because I don't want to be influenced by external forces who tell me that I'm not beautiful enough. So this is not a video to place judgment on them. It's just to start the conversation. What's really gotten me concerned when it comes to the topic in this video is how flippantly people are referring to plastic surgery solutions when it comes to beauty. You think you're too fat? Just get on Ozempic. You don't like the way your chest looks? Let's go see a plastic surgeon. Your teeth aren't straight? Let's just put on some veneers. Never mind the fact that a medical professional has to quite literally grind down your teeth in order to place these veneers on you. Actually, most of these body modifications are extremely invasive in my opinion. Not to mention those questionable results that I was talking about prior. Let's get into that. How many celebrities are you seeing these days and recognizing something doesn't quite look right? They maybe look skeletal due to the Ozempic shots, or their cheeks are completely sunken in due to the buccal fat removal, or their teeth look like something out of an AI robot rather than a real human due to the veneers. It's starting to give uncanny valley, even though we know them to be human beings. And we're being sold this lie of effortless, natural beauty that is in fact not effortless at all and completely unnatural. Not to mention the fact that I think it's making us lose sight of what natural beauty really looks like. None of these celebrity faces had any problems, in my opinion, to begin with. And what really startles me is when you go and look at these before and after pictures of celebrity faces after they've undergone all of these different treatments, their before picture is full of character and unique quirks and just total natural beauty, and that is all taken away by these procedures. A charming smile with crooked teeth, or a full face in the cheeks, or a unique nose is something to be cherished, not something to be wiped away under the knife. And in looking at some of these procedures, I feel like if people continue down this path, they're all just going to start to look the same. In fact, unique characteristics won't exist at all on anyone's face. And we've seen this sort of come to fruition in little micro trends. The Instagram baddies with their BBL bodies or the lips full of filler all kind of look the same, do they not? And it's weird to me to think of all these young girls and boys who are going to be watching these celebrities and thinking that this is something to aspire to, when in fact it really is killing the character in their faces. I find myself falling for it with certain content that I'm consuming on social media, so I can only imagine that the younger among us are falling for it even more. And this certainly isn't helped by the advent of social media and the normalization of this cosmetic industry. Now, of course, if you want to do this to your face and to your body. That is wholly your choice. And I hope that you are happier on the other end of it. But I also hope that we're taking stock of the external influences that might be leading us to think this way. I constantly have to remind myself that my face and my body is just perfect the way that it is, that it doesn't need to be altered. I don't need to worry about anti-aging. And then in fact, my body's natural progression of aging and gaining all of its little quirks and characteristics is what human life is about. And of course, like everybody else, I'm still extremely susceptible to insecurity. I wake up most mornings and put makeup on my face. That's an alteration, although I view it to be less invasive than maybe some of the things we're talking about in today's episode. But it's an alteration nonetheless, and something that must be grappled with. But I myself am on my own journey when it comes to self-confidence and worrying about things like beauty and aesthetics. And for me personally, I hope that journey never involves going under the knife. And here's why. There's a lot of external forces in the world right now that have their own image of beauty, and they are trying to sell you on that image. It may involve veneers or buccal fat removal or Ozempic or a BBL or filler and Botox, but you have to learn to cut out the noise. I think real beauty comes in a self-confidence and acceptance of oneself, but also the pursuit of a healthy mind and body. You have the body that you were given, and I think a large part of the human journey right now in the current society we live in is learning to accept the body that you were given. Now that comes with maintenance. We should all take care of ourselves with things like diet and exercise, and in my opinion, that brings about the most beautiful results when it comes to aesthetics, no matter what you look like. There's always going to be a new trend, a new body type, a new procedure, a new way to alter your face, and you can be thrown around like a rag doll, constantly trying to chase these things like you're in a perpetual game of operation, or you can learn to love yourself. And I do find it hard to believe, as much as people talk about it, that these operations truly fix the underlying insecurity that leads you to seek them out in the first place. For some, that may be the case. And if that can bring you true happiness and fulfillment, then by all means, make the choice that is best for you. But to all the people out there who feel the same way I do, like you're constantly being influenced by what you're seeing on the internet or what you're seeing in media and entertainment, I think we can all collectively agree right now, hopefully, that none of this is necessary. And unfortunately, it seems like these negative influences are only going to continue to grow as the internet does and as people of younger ages hop online who are more and more insecure than those who came before them. And I hope that I can maintain this mentality, because it quite frankly scares me to think that some older version of myself is somehow still going to be sitting in insecurity and thinking about getting a procedure like this. I hope I don't lose the reverence and respect that I have for natural beauty and this journey that I think all of us are on to find love for ourselves and accept the bodies that we were given. I can't be the only one who's experiencing this or seeing these trends and thinking, what are we doing to the human body? And is this really all there is to beauty? In fact, is this even beauty at all?